Are you a born leader, a natural problem solver that enjoys helping others in a team setting? KC24 may have a rewarding opportunity for you as an account executive in TV advertising. Call Don Osika, General Sales Manager at 454-2467 to learn more.
Many times we suffer from ailments that are a bit embarrassing, like bloating or gas. Well, Dr. P refers to them as yeasty beasties. We usually can't figure out how we got them, much less how to get rid of them. Fortunately, we have Dr. Mikell Parsons from the Naturopath Health Center with some answers. Welcome to the show again, Dr. P.
Hello.
Okay, yeasty beasties. I laughed when I heard this, but it's so true. What are yeasty beasties?
That's my affectionate name for these bugs. It's actually a yeast. The more popular name for it is Candida or Candida albicans, but there's many different strains. Okay, so we talk just about Candida, and that's just the global name of yeast that infects the body.
So it's not just you having a yeast infection per se?
Not necessarily. It can go, well, it is an infection, but the question is, where is it in the body, and what symptoms are produced by it? Because a lot of times, you know, we, as women, we think of a yeast infection as a vaginal infection, but it could be anywhere in the body.
Oh, okay.
It's not just located vaginally. It could be in the intestine. It could be in the stomach.
Oh, within the body?
Within the body, inside.
So a lot of times you can't see it?
Can't see it.
How do you feel it?
Well, one of the more common symptoms that a lot of people misinterpret is heartburn. How many people complain of heartburn? Yeah. How many people are on antacids? How many people are on proton pump inhibitors? These are all things that are going to reduce the stomach acid, but the cause could be Candida, or these evil yeasty beasties that are opportunistic. We're supposed to have them in our body at little bits when they take advantage of a situation. So after we've taken an antibiotic and it's wiped out the bad guys and the good guys of our bacteria, if you have too much yeast already in your system, they're going to take advantage of this void in their ecosystem, and they start to grow, and then we start to get symptoms.
Is that the only way to get a yeast infection in the body, or are there other ways?
Well, we eat foods that contain yeast.
Okay.
And that's another way to get inoculated. They could be transmitted sexually. So there's a lot of, we're just in a very buggy world. It's all about, as the host, are we going to provide them opportunities to grow and be happy, or are we going to do things to kill them off?
Yes.
And reduce our symptoms.
What, since you've mentioned symptoms, what are some other symptoms that we may be suffering from that could be caused by a yeast infection?
Another big one that a lot of people suffer from, and they don't realize that there's a yeast connection, is sugar cravings. I know, sugar cravings. So a lot of people who feel addicted to sugar, I'm a sugar addict, I can't stop that, there's no way I can get off of those foods. It's the yeast wanting you to eat those foods so they can survive.
Wow.
Get rid of the yeast, the cravings go away. So you no longer have to be bound up with this whole I can't get off of my sugar addiction thing. When you get to the underlying cause and fix it, which for many people it's a yeast infection, it goes away.
How can you help get rid of it? Or is there a pill we take, or what is it that we need to do in order to get, well, first of all, find out if it's a yeast infection or not.
Right, that's step one.
Yeah, that's
is this a yeast infection or not? And that's something that you need to go to see someone like myself who specializes in natural medicine. It's common, but it could also be parasite. It could be other things. And there's different things that kill different kinds of bugs. So step one is proper identification. Is this really a yeast infection, or is it something else? Step two is, and this is the part that's the hardest, you got to stop feeding your bug. Don't feed them.
Okay.
Ice cream is not going to get rid of them. It's going to make yeasty beastie babies. So you need to make a lot of dietary changes, but they're making you crave those foods.
Will you be able to walk us through, once you find out, and help us either with supplements or change of diet to get rid of this yeast infection?
Absolutely. That's something that I see all the time, and I'm really good at getting rid of them.
All right, good. Then we will depend on you. You are at the Naturopath Health Center, 745 East Locust Avenue. Call Dr. P if you have any questions at 447-1404, 447-1404. Once again, thanks for being here.
You're welcome.
With all the information on yeasty beasties. I'm sure we can talk more about it next week as well. There's lots of symptoms. We'll cover them all.
We will.
Thanks, Dr. P. Stick around, folks. Central Valley Today. We'll be right back. Bye.